The Constitution of India is the highest authority in the country. Adopted on 26 November 1949, the Constitution came to effect on 26 January 1950. The Constitution lays down the structure of the country, the procedures, the principles, the fundamental rights and duties of the citizens, along with the duties of the government institutions. The Constitution of India is the lengthiest written constitution in the world. It declares India as a sovereign, secular, democratic republic. While drafting the Constitution, the framers drew their inspiration from various sources, keeping in mind the needs and conditions of the country. They borrowed features from previously made legislations like the Indian Councils Act of 1861, the Government of India Act 1858, Indian Councils Act of 1892, Government of India Act 1935, the Indian Independence Act of 1947, etc. The framers were also influenced largely by other constitutions like the British Constitution, the US Constitution, the French Constitution, Australian Constitution, etc. Features like the parliamentary form of government, federal structure of the government, judicial review, single citizenship, ideas of liberty, equality and fraternity, etc. were borrowed from these constitutions and incorporated into the Indian Constitution. Out of the many clauses that were mentioned in the Constitution, most of them now don't have much relevance. One such clause is Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code that criminalizes any form of homosexual acts. This was introduced in 1860 during the British rule in India. This clause held that forms of sexual intercourse that were against the order of nature are offences against the law. Reasons offered for this opposition to sexual relations between members of the same sex were many. Some call it a social vice, some call the reason behind the spread of HIV and AIDS, and many even called homosexuality an offence against religion and culture. But Section 377 ended up being a constitutional way to discriminate against a specific group of Indian citizens, the LGBT, lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender community. Because of Section 377, they face problems when they go to places like the police station or the hospital. This, of course, is in addition to the social stigma of being gay, something they have no control over. Section 377 is a blow to the dignity and the self-worth of these Indians. Section 377 is often used as a tool to harass, blackmail, and criminalize homosexuals. The stigma and prejudice also causes psychological problems among these individuals. Those who realize the intensity of the issue say the clause interferes with individual freedom and that the state has no right to discriminate against an individual based on his or her sexuality. In recent times, many countries have recognized the equal status of gay people. Some of these countries are Canada, US, Brazil, Argentina, etc. The idea of homosexuality in India, however, remains highly controversial. There are many places where homosexuals are discriminated against. The Constitution of India should not be one of these places.
We have stories of Narad falling into a pond and emerging from it as a woman. This is how he discovers the meaning of Maya.
My clingy girlfriend.
Mafia Queens of Mumbai.
7 Secrets from Hindu Calendar Art. Brought to you as a video book.
Only on Epicast.